We are going to discuss comparing XRP ETPs to ETFs. Whispers and conjectures are circulating that we own ETFs on the XRP ledger already for XRP, but ETPs are not available. I intend to dissect it. You're going to turn to leave from this clip with an obvious comprehension of the variations and what we actually currently have XRPs. Now, without further ado, let us get started. Such as the appearance of the markets and the overall 2,064 cryptocurrency market capitalization billion Bitcoin 69,119 as of right now approaching from the front. 28% during the previous day. Ethereum is up 1.78%, currently trading at the ETF is essentially phased in at $386. Notice, and many of you are aware of it's amusing that many of these Bitcoin maxis are furious. They are so enraged that, as you are aware, Ethereum now has an ETF. You are familiar with communities, right? We're closest pals, and they were all heading following the XRP community. Bitcoin is currently the maxis is no longer addressing the Ethereum users who were enraged that Ethereum was given an ETF. Bitcoin was considered to be, forever, the one and only one that was intended to be it. Okay, so I have some good news for them, as Ethereum isn't destined to receive an ETF. Solana will be visible to you, and you will see XRP. You're going to see baskets that observe the many ETF categories and people, so they had better buckle up, as they have a protracted voyage ahead of them. Since, down roughly 3% as of right now. The previous day while we browsed the market. Everything is going well, as you can see. The link is still somewhat higher here, with an increase of almost 0.5%. You are to examine these prices right now, and you won't recognize these costs in 3 to 6 months. This market as a whole will be completely different. I'm excited, and then here it is, Donald Trump promises to drive less. Ross Iree's penalty for serving his time should he win the presidency. He has already served 11 years, we will win him over. A home look at Trump's election victory. He will be brought home by him. Recall Ross was the one who, launched the dark web. For Bitcoin, he was found guilty. I believe he apologizes, but I'm a little bored here. I believe he has 2 lives, almost 2 distinct lives. Anything ludicrous for what he was executing with the, black Bitcoin and the web. In reality, there's an excellent film available if you haven't seen it. Just look up Bitcoin films and forget about it. You're going to locate it. I believe the name of it was Silk Road, that's what it was really named. Nice film, even if you're not familiar with the plot. I suggest you watch it. It's not seriously, this documentary is an incredibly nice film, but it will clarify what the early Silk world was like. While he was doing this, you could sort of comprehend the entire circumstance. Then we acquired this, and this is intriguing. Let's begin here. Coin Normie, purportedly smug and knowledgeable, resulting in a 40% market cap collapse of 35,000 to 1 million. Music, look, observe, it's just meme coins, that's what occurs. So why am I telling you not to go? When the memes end, if you want to seem adorable, you will want to play the game. You're eager to leave. You can tell once the MEM performs it that it's not mine. In the end, the money belongs to you. However, this is what we observe. It's not worth the danger if it were to happen to me. We are aware that the cryptocurrency market is preparing to fire up. We are all familiar with coins. Coins link XLM CoinVax H bar, they will also increase, which is why I simply exercise a little patience. This is mine. People's impatience is primarily caused by their desire to generate quick cash. They wish to make quick cash, but this isn't the right moment. It's almost here, this ultra mega bullish bull takeoff, sprint, and you're trying to get you're attempting to cheat. Enter a cheat code to receive a brief 2-month delay, or if 1 month goes by, simply unwind and take a seat. Savor the journey. It's enjoyable, I assure you. When this starts, it's enjoyable, and you're going to love how exciting it is. To view these cryptocurrency explosions, 80 to 200%, it's thrilling. I've been there part of 2 bull runs. Wonderful moments, and they will go down in history forever. Trump receives the digital ballot. Donald J. Trump, Bank XRP. About this newly pressing sector, I have a lot of optimism and am willing to support cryptocurrency businesses in general. Our country must be the industry leader. K does not have a second place. Biden, Joe. However, the least successful president in our nation's history is eager to pass away. A terrible and gradual demise that will never occur with me. Spot Biden has done nothing, as you know, for crypto. He's enabling you to know the individuals entrusted to his care. Or individuals that put and drive these cryptocurrency businesses out. There isn't a second place in the U.S. You triumphed, evil. When you innovate, you lead by example. Similar to how you handled Web 2.0. You march forward, and you're the leader. In the area, and all of the money is yours. And any business that is visiting this place. Due to your well-defined regulations and rules, or you lose. I'm done with that, Trump. I'm quite sure I won't play this. This crap, you can be sure I'll get slapped. YouTube, but he promises to make sure of that. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency's future will be produced in the USA. Please allow me to brag. Is this XRP? These are the bankers, Corin. Jing Home originates from an SCB mirror. That Ripple agreed to, thus we now have goods available on the market that we're launching version 4 of at the time of our launch of version 1.0, which is consistently thrilling and appropriate for a tech business. You published version 1.0 of the product, and when we released that product, one of our partners was one of the most significant banks in the Middle East. We traveled to market from the East, and we went live, and a very irate caller reached out to us. A banker from the Middle East says, wait a minute, others can view the transactions that I wish to keep private. Look at the blockchain to see my transactions. Strong, and an open ledger can be leveraged to complete deals, but banks, let's say that each SCB transaction was sent to a public ledger by individuals. Would that make SB happy? This is the response, no. I'll be really honest with you. Undoubtedly, how we have, yes, some of our technology has evolved. XRP is an open, public ledger. It is a distinct division of Ripple's innovation that links banks to solutions for liquidity. It is proprietary. Consider it nearly a private matter. A temporary blockchain connects 2 banks. By using cryptography, it is signing the exchange, keeping it in escrow, and releasing it concurrently, so you never have to possess a circumstance where a transaction doesn't finish. But the argument I would make is, are you the ones who support this notion of look? Every transaction should be visible. Take a look at it, I believe you already know. Is not the actual world that we can access. Discuss the beginnings, in particular concerning Bitcoin, and to some extent, additional symbols have been this notion of we're going to go around the authorities. We shall not desire the government. Engaged, so we're going to avoid look, banks, Ripple, let's get started. From the exact opposite perspective. Governments are here to stay. Extension banks will not disappear. Far away, we can allow banks to activate a valuable internet. If you wish to enable a useful internet connection, you must establish a connection to the archives of significance. The banks we use are valuable repositories. Wish to collaborate with banks or financial organizations that accept payments. Suppliers who accept PayPal, Linlin Pay, or Fill-In are familiar to you. Blank to significantly quicken the current state of payment methods and lower that resistance, as you may know, and because of this, in the end, we're going to win. We're putting in the effort. The money will come in with the money. However, as previously mentioned, when you are utilizing the bank's accounting folk, institutions take a long time. The time it takes for cryptocurrency to already release this sense, please assist me in comprehending the discourse surrounding XRP ETFs. They currently possess at least 2 sizable and return 21 shares as well as Valor. XRP and I have retrieved them for you. Surely, these cannot possibly be ETFs. Are the two what makes ETPs different? I am aware. The question of 1,000,000 dots of exchange-traded goods on ETPs as opposed to an exchange-traded fund, ETF. What do we see when we examine an ETP? It comes in a variety of distinct financial instruments that are exchanged on exchange rights. It might be an ETP. It might be an ETN, which is an ETF. E-traded note. It might additionally be an ETTC, is a trading exchange for that item. They also have distinct structures, e.g., underlying resources, and they can depend on debt or equity items. Now that you've seen an ETF, what is an ETP that falls within a particular category? While an ETP is not always an ETF, the ETFs are centered on asset tracking index pooling. Either commodities or index monitoring bonds, commodities, or asset bundles. Generally speaking, ETFs are open-ended investments. Money. So what are a few of the essential here? The differences are pretty basic. Tips. It's a wider variety of goods and people, which might consist of an ETF, an ETN, etc. If ETFs are only particularly as funds were intended, why are all ETFs ETPs eligible? ETFs are traded on exchanges for goods, however, not all of them are exchanged. ETFs are products. ETFs are an example of a more inclusive category that encompasses tradable financial instrument products. Hence, this is where things differ. A large distinction is the most crucial element in recalling ETPs, or exchange-traded funds, but not every ETP is an ETF.